We name who we name. Our name can't change.
What
So
did
yeah,
I say? We name who we name.
yeah.
Listen, if you're gonna go with patois, say it right. We name what we name. Hey Trackies, welcome back to yet another video. It's a bulk recording, as you can see, same attire. So smash that like button, underscore subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so. Now, Trackies, this is a very interesting topic, but before I jump into it, I forgot to mention was it a little bit above a week ago was my birthday? I don't even remember, right? And so it was my birthday. So I want to play a fun game, right? I want you all to comment in the comment section. How old do you think I became, right? And please be nice. I don't want to see anybody telling me that I'm pushing 100, okay? Now, with that said, let's jump into the video. All right, so this particular topic, well, I found it very interesting that Jamaica is actually the country that has the most student athletes in the United States. Tom, what do you think?
T, have you forgotten that we call ourselves Track Nation? So how are we going to sit here and call ourselves Track Nation if we don't have the most student athletes? I think what did you say the figures were? I think the figures were Jamaica
587,
587, and the next was Canada 397. So we're 200
roughly.
student athletes stronger than Canada, who's the closest to us. So I would say that it's expected. The facilities in Jamaica, as far as at UTEC, GC Foster, the University of the West Indies, and any other little collegiate program that may be in Jamaica for athletes, it's so much and no more. And then we and you know the close relationship with us and the United States, and we're constantly being scouted by US coaches, collegiate coaches. So I would say those numbers are fair enough that we're the most. Yes, I can see which other country can say they're a track nation like
That's
no
true.
other.
That's definitely true. But something I wanted to ask you, do you think it's can I say hypocritical? Yes, I guess I can, right? Of us Jamaicans, and I'm talking Jamaicans in the track space. I see that a lot of times on forums where and I'm assuming that this is probably coming from, persons that are interested in, who is quote unquote winning the champs title, because I think that this push is probably coming from them. But a lot of times I see on forums where there's a complaint as it relates to how many student athletes we are recruiting from, say, Africa, whichever countries in Africa, maybe Kenya. I think Armani was from Kenya. I don't even remember. And of course the
UK
Caribbean,
persons, some persons, a lot of persons from the Caribbean.
right, from the Caribbean. So, and especially this past season, we saw a real influx of athletes, spread across a lot of schools. And, I saw a lot online of a lot of complaints that, these athletes, these student athletes are using resources that Jamaican student athletes, could be possibly benefiting from. And here we have, looking over in the United States. Yes, you may say, in terms of resources, they're able to afford it more than we are, but still, if another country is able to accommodate us in such huge numbers, right? I don't see the problem. I don't know why we are the way we are, honestly.
Right. I think that, I mean, if you have persons complaining about the amount of high school athletes that are non-Jamaican that are currently in Jamaica using the facilities competing, I think they should be honored that Jamaica is so sought after to develop athletes. And this just puts us on the map more. We're talking about more sponsorships, more visibility. And when it's time to negotiate contracts for our athletes, the sponsors know that Jamaica is who we say we are.
That
And
nation.
we name who we name. Our name can't change.
What did
So
I
yeah,
say? We name who we name.
yeah.
Listen, if you're gonna go with patois, say it right. We name what we name. Yes, it's way.
Oh my God. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the idea. The idea, you're killing me. The idea is that it's a good look when we get persons interested in our program, especially at the high school level. I mean, granted, the MVP camp is world renowned, so we can see why persons are, flocking from all over the world to try to
Joseph
be a
is well
part of
known as well.
that camp. And Stephen Francis can have his pick of all the elite athletes, like who he wants and who he doesn't want. But when we see our athletes, when we see athletes from across the world trying to get into our high school track
That's a
programs,
big deal.
that's a big deal. Like that just speaks to the level of athleticism in Jamaica and the level of coaching, the programs that we have in
But
place.
not only that, the
Um,
sway that we have. Because think about it. Nobody's gonna come here if we can't do anything for them. How do they take it further? Getting into colleges, as you can see, obviously we're first pick here, right? Based on the numbers that we're seeing, right? So just by coming, you have the possibility of or the opportunity to possibly get into an elite, university, based on, our weight, as you said, based on our name.
Right. So yeah, so it's a good look all around. So for persons who find it, I mean, off-putting if they do that, these athletes are in Jamaica training. Just think about it differently. They're bringing more how should I
Notoriety.
say, right, notoriety in a good sense to Jamaica. So we're putting ourselves more on the map, and that is what we need as a nation, because track is like literally apart from like reggae, whatever. It's like one of our big things. It is our big thing. So, and that just leads to GDP improving and all these fancy things. So yes, track is, that was the banker in me, but whatever. But yes, so yes, track is
That's the banker in her.
so yes, track is, it is a good thing. And as it relates to the amount of athletes that migrate to the US, again, it shows that we are track nation. For us, a tiny country, to be dominating the flow of student athletes. And I remember, that these colleges would be shopping around wherever they can to
Mhm.
recruit whoever they can to win the prestigious NCAA or Pac-10, or whatever it may be, Pac-12, Big Ten, those competitions, right? So you have these college athletes
They're
scouting,
getting crazy money to do
right?
it.
So the college coaches, they're scouting, right? And for Jamaica to be the dominant place to go every time to
This is
seek
first choice. Based
athletes,
on what I see, like everybody just pops on a plane here first, and then they like, let's say for instance, they
they
have a
fill in the
roster and they're
blanks
like,
other
okay, we can
places.
take 100 people, or let's see if we can go 80 for Jamaica, and then the rest someplace else.
Yes, because I mean, I'm actually so pleased, because with all those African athletes, even though they probably broke down the African country persons by country, and there's so
True.
many African countries, but even so, come on, it's
I think
it's it's a good look that Jamaica is at the top of
I
that list.
think I think the best African juniors are not interested in leaving Africa, especially for the middle to long distances, because similar to the best sprinters in Jamaica are not necessarily interested in leaving because they know that this is where the training is. It's that for me, I think that's what happens. And who's going to leave? That's where you want to be if you want to become the best middle distance or long distance runner.
I
So
think just for the shorter distances, mainly the 1 200, the Africans will be looking to leave. But yes, trackers, we just wanted to tell you.
they're not that many, but okay.
I mean, there's one and two. What's his name
Exactly,
there?
one and two.
Actually, one and two.
You're right.
All right. So yes, so trackers, we just wanted to bring that to your attention, that Jamaica is leading the numbers of
It's a
student
place to
athletes
be. I mean,
training
sorry,
in
it's
the
a city.
US, and we just found that interesting. And I still wanted to point out, don't feel any way if we're hosting persons in our high school system. That's just, it is what it is, and we're benefiting. To me, it's a benefit to us and our
Mhm,
country,
mhm,
having the student athletes from around the world train in
mhm.
Jamaica at
And
the
more are
high
gonna
school
want to
level.
come because they're gonna hear the experiences and they're gonna be like, okay, well, come in, kind of thing. But anyway, check it as Tom said, sound off in the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. I'm your girl T.
And then Tam, we'll catch you in another one.